took me 29 years to learn this, and I'm going to teach you this in this amount of minutes. In summary, it's not worth it. It's amazing. When I first graduated, I thought, my goal is to help a lot of people. And as I've gone through my profession, I've learned that I'm not alone. I'm not the only one that deals with this. Turns out, I'm a very bad amateur psychologist. It's wild that I thought when I graduated that it was all about getting the science right, getting muscles to function better, getting joints to function better, getting the nervous system to function better, and man, the body just heals itself. You put good nutrition into a person's body, you give them exercises, you adjust their body to make it function well, and what else is there in life? Well, I was wrong, evidently. What I've learned is that most of the things that people really have trouble with, the things that people really suffer with, a lot of them, it's not sciatica, it's not headaches. There's an underlying mental problem of anxiety, depression, fear, loneliness. And this may actually be the culprit in most people's physical conditions. I guess I was wrong in the beginning. But it blows me away the amount of people that suffer with anxiety and take medications for it. When I was a kid, it was called nervousness. It was called, suck it up, buttercup. Get on the horse. Fall off the horse, get back on. You get on the horse until you're used to the horse. I don't think that's working these days. Anxiety is rough, man. Because we've seemed to accept that it's okay to talk about your feelings. Not that it isn't. It's just so many people have so much anxiety over the smallest of things. I don't know how to help them. I mean, I do, but I'm not always successful because I have a way that I deal with it. And that isn't the way other people deal with it. Learning how people think, how their emotions are, their types of personalities, can then make it so that I can help them with their anxiety and figure stuff out. Because it seems as though most people are just given medication. Some people are lucky in that they get a counselor of some sort. Some people find help in their religion. Some people, the counselor makes it worse, or the religion makes it worse. Recently on Apple TV, I was watching a show called The Shrink Next Door, and it was frightening. The psychological torment that this trusted individual has over another blew me away. And well, first of all, it said it was based on real events, but then it had the disclaimer that we can't be sued. But anxiety is rough. First episode, the guy starts out with an anxiety attack. That's how they introduce the program. And please do not comment down below. Don't tell me what happens. I'm halfway through the series. Just give me some time. But depression, unresolved expectations. That's another way of looking at it. Living life and not getting what you expected. One can argue we all get what we deserve, but many people would say that's not fair. The old father or grandfather would say, who's told you life is fair? But it's true. This is some of the underlying reasons why people have problems. And they come in with headaches, neck pain, stress, muscle spasms, all these different things. And they're having a hard time. It's difficult to see, difficult to witness. I can't see there being much help in a prescription. I think the solution is self-discovery and finding help that helps the person come to grips with their dilemmas and being okay with them and moving on. That's the hardest part. There's so many people that hate their father or hate their mother or hate this person or that person. But the person's been dead for 40 years. At what point, how long does it take to recover and move on? Evidently, for many people, it never happens. You know? It's crazy. But this is what I see in my practice. And every frickin' 4 years, politics gets involved. I find it interesting that politics is a very polarizing subject, and then after 6 months, nobody gives a crap anymore until the next election. And then they always say, we're going to improve healthcare, we're going to improve the economy, we're going to cut spending in government. What are the price of eggs today? Have they gone down that much from 20 years ago based on inflation? I don't know. But the answer is it's not worth it. My solution, maybe you've gotten this far and you're watching. My solution is to have the attitude that it's not worth having anxiety over. It's not worth having depression over. It's not worth arguing one side versus the other in terms of politics. If you do the best you can and you don't get the outcome you're looking for, stressing about it doesn't help. Worrying about it doesn't help. Worry only causes problems. It's never resolved anything. No one's worried themselves healthy. Now, on the flip side of this, I think that there's another side to it, and that is the goal-setting and type of individual. And that goal-setting type of individual thinks that it's not worth stressing over, but I'm still going to go for it, somewhat unemotionally. And that seems to be, from what I've seen with people, by observing people, that seems to be the absolute best solution. If you want something and you want something bad, you go for it. You put all the eggs in one basket, burn the ships, and go for it. But you don't get too tied into the outcome, and you don't let the loss that might inevitably occur to ruin your life. such that you regret things and end up with anxiety and depression and misery because of something that happened that you went for and lost. What's that old saying? It's better to have loved and lost than to not love at all. I think that's where these things come from. I just noticed though, it's gotten intense lately. Just the amount of people that come in and we have them fill out forms, all their medical history, and they're on 2, 3 anxiety medications, depression medications, and you've got the ulcer medications, the blood pressure, the cholesterol, the pain medication. And it's just like, wow. And I always think, what is the cause of all of this? And one can look at an x-ray and see a bone spur and say, that's it. One can look at an MRI and go, aha, you've got a herniated disc. And there are times when it's that simple. But it just seems like if you were to sit down with someone and boil it down to one thing, it's that the mind can destroy you. And my message in this, if anybody's willing to wait this long, it is not worth it, in my humble opinion. And if you want something, go for it, but destroying a life of happiness that you have potentially is just not worth it.